Well, one of the things I wanted to talk about, I think is a really important topic. I was working in one of the high schools, Ravenwood High School, and one of the star basketball players, he actually went to church with me. And I just started getting into a deep conversation with him after church. And he told me that he has a really big anxiety problem. And then there are people in my family, some various people in my family that have mentioned that. And you know, and this is usually among high-performing people, is what I've noticed, the correlation between the anxiety and the high performance. And the anxiety tends to fuel the performance, when the performance is great, but the cost at which that comes is usually very drastic. Hey, Jeremy, the pennies are right there. Yeah, thank you, Amir, for doing those. And so, you know, we talk a lot about I was a stranger and you invited me in, and that's in Matthew chapter 25. But in Matthew chapter 6, Jesus talks, he does like a whole sermon on anxiety. You know, he says, you know, he talks about, consider the flowers of the field and the birds of the air. My Father, meaning God, takes care of them. And so don't worry about your life, what you'll eat or what you'll drink. And you know, and it's I'm not going to, you know, try to talk about the passage, but it's at the end of Matthew chapter 6. And it's extremely inspiring and encouraged me because, you know, I struggle with performance and anxiety, but not at a clinical level, I wouldn't say. But I just wanted to put that out there. And if any of you guys are struggling with that, feel free to talk to me. And one of the guys that has been coming here has been going to counseling. There's a professional counseling group at my church, and they've been doing that for free for him. And because of just his, you know, really tough upbringing. So, but if anyone's struggling with that, I want you to know that, you know, there's help, there's hope. You have friends, you have me, and a lot of the other guys here I know would support you and encourage you in that. Because as men, we like to perform, don't we? You know, when you go home and you haven't had a good performance on the field, you might not feel as good as you otherwise would. And that's just part of the DNA of our characters. We like to perform. So, and you know, but that can go way too far, can it? You know, you feel really good when you do well and really bad when you don't do well. And so we're none of us are foreign to this, although we might be foreign to this country. We're not foreign to performance and the anxiety that carries with it. So that's all I have. We'll be back here Sunday at 5:30, and we had a great game tonight. How was your game, Amir?
Amazing.
It was good.
Got all the good people.
Yeah, you think so? Well, that's great. We had a really great game. We had a lot of really good passing. Isaac, you were there. JP, wasn't that a lot of good passing?
Yeah.
And the field's bumpy, but I think we've gotten used to it. We've gotten used to keeping our eye on the ball. So when we get onto AstroTurf or we get onto a good field, we're going to be like laser beams. You know, we're going to really have it dialed in. So that's a good thing. So yeah, great game tonight. Great time, guys. Thanks for coming and thank for really building up this community and for your part in it. Everyone has a part in it. Thanks. We'll see you Sunday.